For better illustration, I decided to arrange all front pieces of the corset on one paper sheet instead of printing out a set of standard patterns. I enter new figures in the column Client's Measurements, and all calculations for alteration of a standard pattern are made and shown in the table regarding our virtual client. The table shows that the sizes of our new virtual client are significantly bigger than my real client. For instance, her bust circumference is 100 centimeters versus 81 centimeters. As a rule, we start the alteration of a standard pattern from the analysis of alteration figure along the central front line. The table shows that we need to add 1.5 centimeters at every half of the central front pattern along its fold. I draw a new central line of the corset face and connect it with the bottom edge. Now we analyze changes in the clip measurements. It is necessary to add 1 centimeter to the initial clip toward cup. I add 1 centimeter along this clip measurement line. To the initial clip toward neckline, we add 4 centimeters. That means the cups are significantly increased. There are various ways to increase the cups. When there is a significant increase in cups, some people recommend, for instance, to cut it along the bust line and to move it. I would like to offer a simpler, although not so illustrative method, which I use. In the case when I have an increase of clip toward neckline for more than 1 centimeter, I shift the curve lines on the top 0.2 to 0.5 centimeters. It is basically the same as to cut and to shift the standard pattern. So I draw a tangent line to bust line, which I shifted 0.5 centimeters from the initial curve line, and along this line I add 4 centimeters of increase in clip toward neckline. I also take into account seam allowance of 1.2 centimeters and draw a smooth line of décolleté, which goes along the new clip toward neckline line. Please remember that the corset pattern attached to this course is suitable for deep V-cut corsets only. The peculiarities of such patterns I discussed in detail in the course Dressmaker's Treasury, Corsets and Dresses Cut as One Piece with Cups. I will not discuss the issue here, but I want to warn you so that you will not use this pattern for boat neck dresses, strapless dresses, and heart neck dresses. Should you wish to make a heart neck cut significantly higher than the bust line, for 5 to 7 centimeters for example, you will fail as the cups won't fit. It is not due to the increase in the cups, but because the pattern is constructed for a deep cut. Let us check what the table shows for middle front curve line and for clip toward arm's eye. Both middle front pattern and clip toward arm's eye need to be increased by 3.5 centimeters. I would like to draw your attention once again that these measurements are usually equal. If we increase the piece, we need to increase the clip for the same measurement. I increase the middle front piece of the face along the curve line by 3.5 centimeters and add 3.5 centimeters to clip toward arm's eye. Unfortunately, I draw the pattern pieces too close and I crossed the side piece. For easy stitching of the middle front detail, I decide to move the upper edge by 0.5 centimeters downwards. And symmetrically move the side front piece upwards by the same amount. I draw the bottom line of the middle piece and carefully control the equality of the curve lengths. It is necessary to consult the table for possible changes in the side seam before constructing the upper part of the corset side front piece. The calculations of the table show that we need to shift the side seam of the front by 1 centimeter outwards. The length of the side seam remains unaltered. I draw a new line of the side seam. Check that its height corresponds to the initial height and draw a final line of the upper edge of the side piece of the corset face. The table shows no changes in the front curve lines. Thus, all necessary alterations are made. I outline the new pattern of the corset front, modified according to the measurements of my virtual client. For precise cutting, I recommend to make a spread of the central front pattern. Piece number 1. Now we start making alterations of the standard patterns of the back pieces of the corset face. According to the calculations, I need to shift the side back piece, piece number 4, by 2.5 centimeters outwards along the side cut. Now I check the table to see how the back curve changes. The alterations of the curve line of the back are similar to the previous example. We add 0.5 centimeters along the bust line, deduct 0.5 centimeters along the under bust line, and the alteration disappears at the waistline. We have already reviewed this option. I also recommend to redistribute the dart on the side curve of the side piece, piece number 4. by splitting it into two 0.25 centimeters in the second curve line of the middle back piece, piece number 5. Respectively, we need to do alterations on the second curve line between the middle and the central pieces, piece 5 and 6. The height of the back and the side line remain unchanged. I carefully control it by drawing the new upper and the bottom edges of the side back pieces of the corset face. These are all the changes we needed to do in the standard pattern of the corset face according to the measurements of our client with a non-standard figure. As you can see, everything is logical and simple, and there are no curved lines and discrepancies in the altered pattern. The pattern alteration is fast and natural if all measurements are taken accurately. Now we need to implement alterations in the corset lining pattern on the basis of the altered corset face pattern.